Namo Vishnuvadaya Krishna Prasaya Utare Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasarine Nirvisesa Sunyavari Vasketare Satarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh! Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Gauranga, Jaya Gauranga, Jaya Gauranga, Jaya Gauranga. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Radha Shama Sundara, Shama Sundara. Jaya Radha Shama Sundara, Shama Sundara. Jaya Radha Shama Sundara, Shama Sundara. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hello. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Bol. Everyone dance. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. There you go. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Go Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Go Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Go Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Go Hari Bol. Jai Go Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Go Hari Bol. Jai Go Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Go Hari Bol. Jai Go Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Go Hari Bol. Nande,
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Sutarasudasi Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Sutarasudasi Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shyamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Nuraman Reti Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Jamna Mai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Srimati Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai. Shamaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Dinam Sankirtan Jagga Ki Jai. All glory to the assembled devotees. All glory to the assembled devotees. All glory to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralada Lada Dayene Pralada Lada Dayene Hiranyakashipur Vakshaha Hiranyakashipur Vakshaha Shilatankana Khalaye Shilatankana Khalaye Eko Nisingho Bharato Nisingho Eko Nisingho Bharato Nisingho Yato yato jani tato nisingha Yato yato jani tato nisingha Mohe nisingho hridaye nisingho Hare Singho Hare Singho Narasimhamading Sharanam Prapadye Narasimhamading Sharanam Prapadye Tava Kamala Varenakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhingam Keshavadhita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Shri Nirhari Rupa Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhingam Jai Jai Keshavadhita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jai Jai Keshavadhita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Hare, Nrsimha Hare, Nrsimha Hare, Jaya Nrsimha Hare. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nrsimha Bhagavan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, welcome everybody. Anybody coming for their first time today? This is anybody's first visit to New Raman Reti, Alachua Hare Krishna Temple? Nope, everybody's been here before. Very good. So we have a sponsor for today's feast. Sandhya Patel sponsored the feast today in memory of her parents, who were disciples of His Holiness Mahavishnu Swami. Her dad is Paranjana Maharaj Das and her mother is Lilavati Devi Dasi. And this was sponsored in their memory today. So thank you very much to her. Oh, there she is. Thank you. So please bless this nice family that they'll always stay in the shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. Speaking of the feast, I want to just mention that all the green peppers and all the eggplant in the feast today are from our own garden. Cooked by our own gardener, Shankar Prabhu, and his helpers. You may notice in our newsletter, Shankar and also Kripa Sindhu and Dear Krishna, who are our big quantity cooks and all very expert, are giving cooking classes every Sunday. Anyone who would like to learn quantity cooking, get it while the getting's good, because you know what I mean. This is the time to learn from the experts. So every Sunday, 11 a.m., you can come and learn from them. So we have many festivals coming up in August, which is 1 week away. I think you should have all received, at least from our community, the summer festival flyer. Anybody not received this, please let Sri Devi know in the lobby so she can take your name and address and find out why you're not on our mailing list. But this is all the festivals coming up and their schedules. So please be sure that you get it. If you don't have it, they're in the back of the temple room. You can feel free to take one with you. Okay. Yeah, I'll put that on the bulletin board. Okay. So in a week from Wednesday, so in 1 week from this Wednesday, August 6th, we begin Julian Yatra, and you can come here and swing Radha Shyama yourself every morning at 7:30 and every evening at 6:30 p.m. Then a week from next Sunday, August 10th, is Balaram Jayanti. That is the auspicious appearance of Lord Balaram. This is a full-day festival. We'll offer the Lord a new outfit, and we'll offer him a walk around the property, followed by a kirtan, a fire yajna, a big, big feast. So please plan to be here. And then the Sunday following that festival is Sri Krishna Janmashtami, so you can go online to alachuatemple.com and you can read all the full days and nights schedule at our website, alachuatemple.com. We've also just begun a book distribution marathon in the hopes of offering to Srila Prabhupada the sponsorship of 3,000 books by His Holy Vyasa Puja Day, August 18th. As you know, book distribution was Srila Prabhupada's life and soul. He dedicated all his waking hours, and they were many more hours than we were ever awake, translating the Vedas into English. And so it was his wish that his books were distributed widely. And of course, they are being distributed widely. You open the back of Back to Godhead magazine and see all the temples throughout the world where now there are Hare Krishna temples and his books being printed in 72 different languages. So we ask all the devotees here to take part, even in a small way. You can sponsor a book, take it with you, and distribute it yourself, or you can leave it with us, and we'll pass it out during the course of the year. It's very easy to do. You can see Sri Vrindavan at the blue tent outside. We're also selling sets of Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is at cost. And we know that most of our devotees have these books in their home already, but if you don't, or if you know someone who would like one, then please speak to her about getting a case for yourself. We're also putting together an updated community directory this year. I don't see Mahamaya today, but you can email her, you can call the temple officer, you can see Sri Devi in the lobby. If you want to give us an updated address and phone number for yourself, we want to make sure your contact information is accurate. If you have a business or a service that you want the big devotee community here to know about, tell us that also. We're going to have a free listing in the back of the book, and there'll also be an opportunity to do paid ads, but we want to list your business or your service if you would like others to know about what you're doing. We want to support our own members when we need something, so please let us know so that we can support you with what you're doing. Nothing is too small. You know, even if your children are babysitting, or you do housekeeping, or catering, or plumbing, or building, or art, or anything, we can list it in the back of the directory, and people may like to reference that and contact you. I want to mention also that Premananda Gaur Prabhu just told me that he and Bhakta Carlos, where's Carlos? Do this, Carlos. Premananda Gaur. They're offering cooking classes in Orlando now. They just started because they wanted, do preaching, and they're working all day normally out there in Orlando. So twice a month they're doing cooking classes in Carlos's home. And the first week there was 11 people, and last week there was 28 people who came. So it's very successful. Prasadam is the way to everyone's heart. So anyway, if you know someone in Orlando who might like to learn good vegetarian cooking, you can get in touch with Premananda Gaur. Finally, I want to say a special thank you to Ras Prakash Prabhu and Dikpal. You may notice the temple room floor feels really smooth underneath your feet today. That's because they polished it last night. And if you see that all of our paint is chipped up and thrown out into the white rocks, which is all I see when I walk around the temple, red paint on our white rocks, but it's because he's getting ready to repaint the veranda for the Janmashtami festival. So, when you do this kind of a thing, you have to do it at night when nobody's walking around here. So they were up all night long. When I came this morning at 4, they were just finishing up. So thank you so much to them for this. Okay, Leelananda Prabhu will give the class this evening. Hari Bol. Welcome one more person. I just found out that they're here. Kavya's mother is here. Where is she? Kavya, is she even in here? Where's your mom? Hare Krishna, welcome. And your father also is here? Hare Krishna. Thank you. This is Shoshank's mother-in-law and father-in-law, so we want to welcome them, and we're very fond of your children. Hare Krishna.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरिवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन की जय। श्री मायापुर वृंदम की जय। गंगमाई की जय। जमुनामाई की जय। श्रीमाती तुलसी देवी महारानी की जय। भारती देवी की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembly. All glories to the assembly. All glories to the assembly. All glories to Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga Hare Guru. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So my name is Leela Nanda Das. In today's class is going to be about sound.
Okay, so I will have to do the presentation without the sound. Somehow I tested yesterday and it was working fine, but somehow it's not working. So here we go. I don't want to keep you waiting. And who knows, maybe it's going to show up somehow. So today's class is about sound vibration. They're basically, Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita that he is the sound in the ether. And Prabhupada explains also that whatever sound we hear, it's actually coming from Krishna. We can remember Krishna just by listening to any sound and understand that Krishna is the source of all sounds. There are basically two types of sounds. There's the transcendental sound, and we don't have the sound here, but this is a group of 11,000 devotees chanting Hare Krishna in Ukraine. It's just beautiful. Now, these are devotees from many nationalities getting together and just chanting, like as we do on a regular basis. So the transcendental sound can uplift. That's the goal of the transcendental sound, to uplift our consciousness towards the supreme. And there is also the material sound. The material sound is a little different. The material sound can be dangerous and can bring our consciousness down. And here is an example. These two girls, they are talking, and they're talking all kinds of things. And it's quite interesting. Not like people talk in the material world, they talk this, they talk that. So you have to choose your sound wisely. So if you don't choose your sound wisely, you can get in trouble in this world. Now, foolish talks can cause foolish thoughts that can cause foolish actions. Actually, when I was a brahmachari in 1976, we had this posted on the ashram. I don't know who wrote it, but it really makes sense, because when you start talking foolish things, then you start thinking foolish things, and then you start acting foolishly as well. So it's food for thought. In the Upanishad, I don't need for you to read this, it's small by choice. Srila Rupa Goswami, he says that there are 6 factors that are favorable to one's devotional life and 6 factors that are not favorable. And out of these 12 factors, I found 2 of them, one on each side, that is really related to sound. One is favorable, thumbs up to the favorable one, which is hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. If we hear, naturally there is sound. We have to hear a sound. And if we chant, we are producing sound. And when we hear and chant about Krishna, we also remember Krishna. And on the unfavorable side, there is talking unnecessarily about mundane subject matters. It's very common that people talk about anything in this world, and naturally they can develop that type of consciousness as well. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he advised his disciples that Gramya Katha Shunide. Gramya Katha means cheap talk, just nonsense talk. He told his disciples, don't get involved in this. Get involved in talks that are spiritually uplifting. That's what you should do. And Prabhupada explains that in the United States there are many newspapers, and simply to publish the New York Times, many trees have to be killed. I remember when I lived in New York, the New York Times, the Sunday New York Times is a very big newspaper, and they kill so many trees to print what? Gramya Katha. Every day is nonsense plus nonsense. This body is like a cord. The body produces sounds and influences the environment and other people, and it's also influenced by sound. You cannot hear this, but there was a big sound connected to it. So a sound can influence the body physiologically. And sound can also influence the body psychologically. If you listen to a very nice music or a sad music, you can become sad or you can become agitated according to the music. And also the ears are amazing because the eyes we can close and the mouth we can close, however, we cannot close the ears. And Prabhupada explains that at night when we're sleeping, the easiest way to wake somebody up is just by making some noise and then the person wakes up. But the ears, they are not made for hearing, they are made for listening. This is an American author, Ernest Hemingway, and he's a Nobel Prize winner. He says that I like to listen. I have learned a great deal from listening carefully. Most people never listen. Prabhupada was a great listener. Although he was so busy translating, as Mukha said, and he was managing temples, he was traveling everywhere, there are accounts from devotees that met with him and said that they felt like Prabhupada had nothing else to do in the world than to listen to them. He was able to make people feel like this. So listening is a great skill. Men usually listen reductively. These two men are saying that I have a problem, the other one is saying I have a solution here, that's it, what's next? But women, they listen extensively. These two women, they're looking at each other, they're laughing, eye contact, they're probably talking at the same time. Man, if you get nothing out of this talk, man, learn how to listen extensively and you're going to improve your relationships. Then open office plans. In open office plans that have offices that have no walls, the productivity can go down by 66%. So if you work in an open office environment, try to use the headphones. That's going to increase your productivity. And also behavior. Shopping malls are designed in a special way with special acoustics and also special sound to entice people to go shopping. That's why you see people around the shop like crazy trying to buy things. The sound is made for them to go shopping. And also, inappropriate retail soundscapes. If you have a store, any one of you, if you don't have the proper sounds, the sales can go down by 28%. Sound should be facing the public, always. If it's not facing the public, it's not in the proper way. Sound can also heal. We know about ultrasound that can heal pains, muscle pains, arthritis, and other types of pain. There is lithotripsy. It's a kind of sound wave that can pulverize the stones inside the body. There is also sound healing. It's becoming more and more popular that people are using sound for healing different types of diseases. There's also music. Music is very powerful. And music can change people's behavior, people's minds, and people's lives. Here, actually, there was a half a second of a famous music, and I'm sure that most of you would have recognized it if you had a chance to listen to it. But music can bring recognition, can make us remember a moment, can make us associate with something, and it becomes powerful. And sound can also extinguish fire. You may not know that, but in a science state fair in California, Promptly he showed a project that demonstrated how to extinguish fire with sound. And California has problems with fire all the time. And now they're expanding and seeing how they can make it at bigger levels, how they can extinguish bigger fires. And sound can also reduce crime. In the city of Lancaster in California, minor crimes fell by 15%, and serious crimes fell by 6% simply by playing bird songs for 10 months over 70 speakers, 5 hours a day on the main boulevard. They had a problem with pickpockets. There were many pickpockets stealing. So when they started this process, crime was reduced. You see how powerful sound is. There are also nature sounds. We have wind. Now Krishna says of the purifiers and the wind. We have water. Krishna says in the taste of water. We have birds. Krishna says that among the birds and Garuda. Oh, the sound is working. Kind of low, but come on, birds, keep singing. There's noise also. Noise can actually influence people and even reduce people's span of life. How loud is too loud? The WHO guidelines for community noise recommends that less than 30 decibels for good quality sleep at night. Keep this in mind, 30 decibels for you to sleep well at night. And 35 decibels for good learning and teaching experience at schools. So 30 and 35. Okay? However, how are people affected? About 40% of the population of the European Union countries, they have 28 countries, population of 506 million, so 40%, that is 200 million, is exposed to road traffic levels exceeding 55 decibels. And 20%, or 150 million, is exposed to levels exceeding 65 decibels during the daytime. And more than 30% is exposed to levels exceeding 55 decibels at night. That means 150 million people in the European Union don't sleep well at night, and they have their lifespan reduced just because of noise. And noise can also affect the students' ability to learn. In a classroom in Florida, an analysis was made, and children on the 4th row of the school, they were not as productive as children on the 1st row of the school because of the noise in the environment. And also, noise in hospital is associated with decreased levels of recovery. Have you been to a hospital? I've been to a hospital recently, visiting one devotee that is hospitalized. And there's so much noise of so many machines. I don't know how anybody can get better there. It's just amazing. And what we have learned so far about sound. Our body is affected by sound and can affect others with sound. It can also affect office productivity, can entice people to shop, can heal. Noise can affect sleep, education, and health. Sounds of nature can be calming. Music is powerful. Sound can extinguish fire. When applied properly, it can reduce crime. Now, there is another type of sound, however, transcendental sound. Prabhupada explains that hearing is the first step in God realization. Now, everything starts with hearing. We hear the Mahamantra Hare Krishna, and then we want to repeat, we want to chant. We heard about Gramya Katha before. So Gramya Katha is kind of cheap talk, nonsense talk. There is, however, another kind of Katha, which is, you can repeat with me, Krishna Katha. That talks about Krishna, that can uplift us. Here is Prabhupada actually explaining about the chanting of Hare Krishna. Unfortunately, we cannot hear. The Prabhupada explains how this transcendental sound vibration can immediately cause a change in the mind, and that this is not an artificial imposition on the mind, but is the natural process for the living entity to approach God. And at the very end of that talk, he says, one can at once do transcendental ecstasy from the spiritual stratum. So by chanting this Mahamantra Hare Krishna, one can develop this ecstasy. And we have seen this in so many devotees all over the world. And sometimes even children, they start dancing, they start chanting. The other day I came here, there was a boy chanting in the temple and dancing. He must be 3 or 4. And he would not stop. I even made a video of him because he was so amazing. He could not stop by jumping and chanting on his own. And we consulted a number of great souls on the most effective means of overcoming depression and achieving this transcendental ecstasy. We came up with this small devotional therapy video. And I wish we had the sound. I know that Mother Indrani would like it. This is really a great kirtan, and many of the leaders of the Hare Krishna movements, all sannyasis, very successful all over the world, they're dancing and chanting. I wish our politicians got involved in this. I think we would change the world. Now, most of them cannot find a way back out of a bag, even with a flashlight. So. This is a one fired up kirtan. And that's Krishna, by the way. This is a great therapy. And whoever ever had a chance to dance with Bhakti Tirtha Swami can testify.
Everyone's grabbing the dust from his feet.
Yeah. And now is the best part is coming up. That's Bhakti Tirtha Swami, Princeton graduate, and author of many books. Personal friend of Nelson Mandela, personal friend of Muhammad Ali. We also have Mahamantra experiments, scientific experiments. In 2003, David Wolf from the state of Florida Department of Health and U of L from Florida State University, they published the results of their experiment on examining the effect of meditation techniques on psychosocial functioning. The experiment. There were 3 groups with 31 participants each, recruited from a newspaper ad. I would like to emphasize that this was a very complex study, and I'm not making justice here to them, just simplifying the way I'm simplifying it. But just for the purpose of informing you of what is out there, I'm showing the simplified version of their effort. So the 3 groups were the Mahamantra group, who obviously chanted the Mahamantra Hare Krishna. The second group chanted an alternate mantra, was a random combination of Sanskrit syllables. And the third group, they didn't chant anything, they just kept doing whatever they did in life. The instruments used were the Vedic Personality Inventory, VPI, by Wolf, 1999, Generalized Contentment Scale, GCS, by Hudson Proctor, and also the Index of Clinical Stress, ICS, by Abel. Basically, they were measuring stress and depression. That's basically what they were measuring. The duration of the experiment was approximately half an hour per day for 4 weeks. And then after the experiment, after the 4 weeks, there was a follow-up 28 days after. The results. The Mahamantra Hare Krishna showed a tremendous decrease in stress and depression during the post-test, right after the test ended. You see, on the left side, the blue is stress, the yellow is depression. This is before the test. They had that level of depression and stress. And then, right after the test, the level had dropped tremendously. And even 28 days after the test ended, the results of the Mahamantra were still visible. And this is more information about the test, which I'm summarizing on the next slide. The results. The Mahamantra group showed significant decreased scores of depression compared to the other 2 groups. The results of this controlled trial provide some evidence that the Mahamantra can significantly affect the stress and depression change scores and can do so to a greater degree than an alternate placebo mantra. So this is scientific information that the Hare Krishna Mahamantra can definitely show results. It's not just any mantra, or you can take any combination of syllables and make anything, or you can chant Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, and you get the same result. It doesn't work like that. Practical results of Gramya Katha sound compared to Krishna Katha sound. Now we heard about Gramya Katha, just nonsense sound, and we heard about Krishna Katha, the sound of Hare Krishna that uplifts the soul. First, Gramya Katha. This is Gramya Katha at its best. This week's news. On the top left side, 10,000 bodies inside Syrian President Bashar al-Assad crackdown. So, the Syrian president, basically, he's kind of democratic. He gives people choice. There are two choices. Or you follow what I say, or I cut your head off. So they found 10,000 people that he killed like this. 10,000 bodies. And by the way, these news are from newspapers across the globe. The Wall Street Journal, the Times of India, the London Times, the Russian Times, the Financial Times, the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post, and so forth and so on. Now on the left side, right below the 10,000 bodies, IS militants blow up Jonah Stone. Not even sacred places, place of pilgrimage are exempt now. The Jonah Stone is a sacred place for Muslims and Christians. But there's a specific jihadists. They want people to follow their own way of understanding Muslim scriptures, and if they don't want to follow, we're going to destroy the whole thing. Now in the past we had in India, Aurangzeb, who was the son of Shah Jahan, and he was defacing temples, defacing the Govindaji temple in Vrindavan and other temples. Looks like he just reincarnated. Now he's defacing holy place. Who knows where he's going to stop. And if you keep going down, right below map and toward war, there are the jihads that are chasing Christians out of Mosul. Mosul is in Iraq, about 200 miles north of the capital of Iraq. And what they are doing is they are telling the Christians, you have a choice. Or you convert, you become a Muslim, or we kill you. The choice is very simple. You know, they're all running away. And there's so much more going on in the world. I can't cover everything in this short class. But the main news that I would like to discuss with you is the center one that says how Ukraine and Russia are moving toward war. Now, probably most of you have heard about what is happening in Ukraine and Russia. They are moved toward war. But we have Krishna Katha. And these are Ukrainian and Russian devotees joining in Kirtan in Ukraine not too long ago, chanting Hare Krishna together. There are 11,000 of them. So the politicians, they're all nonsense. They're just causing war and killing people. But the Hare Krishnas, through the Mahamantra Hare Krishna, following Prabhupada, we can get together with all the races without problems. You know why? Because the politicians, their fundamental understanding is that we are the body. So if I am the body, then this is my country, that is your country, and eventually we're going to have some misunderstanding, and there will be war. Maybe it's a psychological war, maybe it's a cold war, maybe it's a ballistic war, but there will be war. But if you remove this basic misunderstanding that we are the body because we're not the body, we are the transcendental soul, then there is no confusion. No confusion. How can sound keep mass of people in a pure state of peace and friendship with one another? How can that be done? This is Prabhupada explaining the introduction of the Bhagavatam. The Lord's Congregational Sankirtan movement at Puri was a unique exhibition for the mass of people. That's the way to turn the mass mind toward the spiritual realization. The Lord inaugurated the system of mass Sankirtan, and leaders of all countries can take advantage of this spiritual movement in order to keep the mass of people in a pure state of peace and friendship with one another. This is now the demand of the present human society all over the world. And every word is true. This is by the brilliant, most transcendental Prabhupada. His formula is the peace formula. Bhoktaram Jagatapasan Sarvalokam Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam Gyatamam Shantin Richati. This is the peace formula that can resolve all the problems of the world. And Prabhupada also says that chanting can bring peace to the world. Lord Chaitanya recommended that simply by glorifying the Lord's holy name, a tremendous change of heart can take place, by which the complete misunderstanding between the human nations created by politicians and how they create misunderstanding. Gee, it's just amazing. Now, politicians are expert in creating misunderstanding. And politician comes in and goes out and the misunderstanding continues. But this can at once be extinguished, and after the extinction of the fire of misunderstanding, other prophets will follow. So what we have learned about transcendental sound, it can reduce the stress and depression, can unite people, it can at once extinguish the fire of misunderstanding, can free one from material bondage, it can keep the mass of people in a pure state of peace and friendship, can promote one to the transcendental kingdom. One can at once feel transcendental ecstasy from the spiritual struggle, and other prophets will follow. And here we end our presentation. Thank you for lending me your ears. If you have any questions, here are the sources and references. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer. Some questions on that side there. Vishakam Prabhu.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I think this wireless mic is not working.
Hare Krishna. Working? Okay. Thank you very much.
So,
There was one slide, if I remember it properly, it said the ear is meant for listening, not for hearing. Can you please explain the difference between listening and hearing?
yes. Listening is that you are acting with the intention of understanding and allowing that sound to enter your heart and absorbing the knowledge. And hearing is just like hearing any noise or anything. Sometimes parents say to the children, you are not listening. The children is right there, the ears are opening, but you are not listening. So hearing is just like you hear anything. My mother used to say, it enters here and comes out here. And listening, it enters here and keeps here inside the heart. But sometimes Prabhupada uses the word hearing as, really taking it to heart. Any other question? Somebody has a question? Hare.
There was a study done, I think, on the Maha Mantra and reducing crime in a city. I'm not sure if it was like Washington or something. Have you heard of that
No,
study?
I never heard of that one. So, you say that there's a study about reducing crime centered in Washington, D.C., using the Maha Mantra. Well, if birds singing can reduce crime, I think if we do an experiment of chanting, maybe the street every day for several hours, I think, we can definitely show some results. Any other questions? We thank you very much. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Hare.
Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe Jaya Radha Manohara Radha Manohara Radha Radhe Jaya Radha Manohara Radha Manohara Radha Manohara Radhe Jaya Radha Shama Sundarada Shama Sundarada Shama Sundarade Jaya Radha Shama Sundarada Shama Sundarada Shama Sundara Jaya Radha Shama Sundarada so fast Shama Sundarada Shama Sundarade Jaya Dauji Kavaya Krishna Kanai Dauji Kavaya Krishna Kanai Lala Dauji Kavaya Krishna Kanai Lala Dauji Kavaya Krishna Kanai Lala Dauji Kavaya Krishna Kanaya 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 Lala Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Gopal Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hare, Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hare, Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hare, Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hare, Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hare, Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hare, Govinda Jai Jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Radhe. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Goranita, 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 Goranita. Jai Sachinandana Gora Hari, Jai Sachinandana Gora Hari, Jai Sachinandana Gora Hari, Jai Sachinandana Gora. Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram. Daya Dauji Kavaya, Krishna Kanaya Lala, Dauji Kavaya, Krishna Kanaya Lala, Dauji Kavaya, Krishna Kanaya Lala, Dauji Kavaya, Krishna Kanaya, Radha Shama Sundara, Radha Shama Sundara, Radha Shama Sundara, Radha Shama Sundara, Shama Sundara, Shama Sundara, Harivo, 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 Go Harivo. Hariva, Hariva, Nita go Hariva, Harivo, Harivo, go Hariva, Hariva, Hariva. Jai Radha Shama Sundara ki, Krishna ki. Gornitai ki, Gor Premanandiri. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Radha, Shama Sundar Radha, Shama Sundar Shri Radhe, Shama Sundar